but it will happen closed doors?
I don't want to. This has already been discussed with all of you number of times.
Sir, idlis and nati koli was for breakfast in Bengaluru. Is it going to be, you are vegetarian, so I'm going to ask you, is it going to be butter paneer masala in Delhi for dinner, sir?
I don't know what my friend, it is a marriage function.
Yeah.
Or my house or in Karnataka Bhavan, whatever they prepare, I'll have.
Yeah. And lastly, any plans of meeting any of the top Congress leaders here while you're in Delhi, sir?
No, I think it is very difficult.
Okay.
I may not be able to get time because many of them are very busy with the parliament preparations.
Yeah.
Opposition leaders will be already busy with their preparations.
Yeah.
So I don't want to bother them at any point of time.
So last question to you. Today some sloganeering as well. Now one of your supporters in Mangaluru while Mr. K.C. Venugopal arrived there. How do you really look at that? Is that something that...
Aspirations, wishes, deliberations. This is a part of our public life.
Thank you, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, for speaking to NDTV.
All that on record, but what happened off record? Deepak Bupanna joins us live. Deepak, Shivkumar said he will eat what's served for dinner at Karnataka Bhavan or at that wedding. I'm sure tomorrow morning breakfast both of you will have on the Air India flight back to Bengaluru. What's the political gup you're giving us this evening?
Well, Veera, you know, the weather is cold, but the political scenario in Karnataka is always hot, isn't it? And for the Deputy Chief Minister to be here, we at NDTV had put out these details that there's a likelihood of him visiting Delhi midweek, and that's exactly what has happened. While, of course, he continues to maintain that this is a personal visit, you know, considering the current political scenario and everything that's happening, it does raise a lot of eyebrows and does, you know, rake in a lot of curiosity. When the Chief Minister was asked earlier in the day about the Deputy Chief Minister flying to Delhi, he says, well, let him go, and I'm going to go only when the High Command really invites me. Amidst so much happening in the Parliament, whether there will be any sort of opportunity to meet any of the AICC leaders, especially you know, the Gandhis, that is going to be something that we are of course closely tracking. But one thing is certain, that the High Command didn't want the drama to escalate to Delhi. They wanted it, of course, to be subdued in Karnataka itself, in Bengaluru in particular, and that's the reason they insisted on the 2 breakfast meetings. That has concluded. Even if there is anything that's going to happen, it's not going to happen out in the open. The High Command is, of course, very clear right now. They want to ensure that all of these conversations, if and when they happen closed doors. We had, of course, put out details about how things are playing out in Delhi. There is a serious consideration that's happening about what to do if there is going to be a transition, weighing their pros and cons. Well, and it is not an easy decision for, you know, the High Command to make. That, of course, includes Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, and the 2 AICC General Secretaries,
the High Command will decide when it does.
Who's known Karnataka very well, and Mr. Surjewala as well.
Right. Deepak, I can see that haze behind you. You're in the city of pollution, and I wish you a safe flight back. Congratulations on that great exclusive. You've tracked down D.K. Shivakumar, and D.K. Shivakumar, Veera, has made it very clear that he's in Delhi with no political agenda, just for a wedding reception of his friends' children, and he will be ready to eat whatever that's served to him. Now, that really has a lot of undertones, but for now, moving on to other stories. History versus history rewriting always leads to a political war of words. We've seen that in recent past. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's claim that Jawaharlal Nehru sought public funds to build or repair the Babri Masjid that was allegedly opposed by Sardar Patel has now triggered a fierce political and historical contest. Now, the government's argument is that Sardar Patel embodied principled secularism, while Jawaharlal Nehru allegedly veered into appeasement. This is a framing that aligns with the BJP's long-running assessment of the Congress icons, especially Veera, when it comes to Jawaharlal Nehru.
But this needs to be dissected beyond the politics, Vasudha. The Congress is categorical that there is absolutely no archival evidence or documentary evidence to support Rajnath Singh's statement. Experts who looked into this matter also point out that Pandit Nehru's correspondence between 1949 and 50 shows a deep anxiety over the communal consequences of the idols being placed inside the mosque and a repeated push for restraint in Uttar Pradesh. Similarly, Sardar Patel's letters too emphasize the need for an amicable negotiated settlement and reject unilateral actions but without supporting the claim that he blocked any Nehru proposal for state spending. Let's listen in to the political exchange before we head to our panel this evening.
फिर नेहरू जी ने सोमनाथ मंदिर के पुनर्निर्माण का सवाल उठाया। नेहरू जी ने क्या कहा कि पुनर्निर्माण का सवाल उठाया, बड़े ही शांत भाव से सरदार ने शांत पर दृढ़ स्वर में इस बात को स्पष्ट किया, सोमनाथ मंदिर का मामला अलग है, वहां 30 लाख रुपए जनता ने दान दिए हैं, एक ट्रस्ट बनाया गया है और इस काम में सरकार का एक कौड़ी भी पैसा खर्च नहीं हुआ है, यह सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने। इसी तरह मेरे बहन भाइयों, अयोध्या में आज जो भव्य राम का मंदिर बनकर तैयार हुआ है, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, सरकार के खजाने से एक पैसा खर्च नहीं हुआ है, सारा खर्च यदि किसी ने दिया है तो देश की जनता ने दिया है। जब पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू बाबरी मस्जिद के मुद्दे पर सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करने की बात जब उन्होंने छेड़ी थी, सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करके बाबरी मस्जिद बनवाई जानी चाहिए, उसका भी विरोध यदि किसी ने किया था तो गुजराती मां की कोख से पैदा हुए सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने ही किया था मेरे भाई। और उस समय सरकारी पैसे से उन्होंने बाबरी मस्जिद नहीं बनने दिया।
राजनाथ सिंह जी को कुछ बोलेंगे?
ये सब डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, असली मुद्दे हैं, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे हैं जिन पे चर्चा होनी चाहिए, जिन पे बात होनी चाहिए। और ये सब रोज रोज एक कुछ ना कुछ डिस्ट्रैक्शन उठा लेते हैं ताकि हम फिर बयान दें, वो बयान दें, और जो असली मुद्दे हैं पब्लिक के वो उस पर कोई चर्चा ना हो।
Congress party accusing the BJP of rewriting history, not born out of records, but BJP is also accusing the Congress party of appeasement. Congress is asking this question, where is the evidence? We are joined by Siddharth Yadav of the BJP. We are also joined by Manikam Tagore, Congress MP. Thank you both of you for being part of this broadcast. Siddharth Yadav, to you first. Jawaharlal Nehru was known as a man of letters. We know he had a problem with KK Nair. He wrote to him. He was a district magistrate then. We also know about his apprehensions with regard to communal situation in Ayodhya in 49 and 50, specifically his correspondence with Govind Vallabh Pant. All of us are aware about that. Where is this history that Rajnath Singh is citing? Where is all of that coming from?
No, Vasudha, I think what all of us also know is the long-standing policy of appeasement of the Congress party, which stems definitely from the reign of Jawaharlal Nehru. All of us also know that, he was invited for Somnath Temple's inauguration. He explicitly denied. All of us know that just after India's independence, there was this policy which was adopted by the Congress party and their first family, which was based on a vote bank politics, wherein over the years all claims, the righteous claims, historical claims of our country were explicitly denied, and only one-sided narrative was set up just so that it can suit their politics. Otherwise, how can it be that, one thought which originates from Jawaharlal Nehru, wherein he denies to go to Somnath Temple and goes, extends to UPA, wherein Manmohan Singh says that one community has the first right on India's resources, the Muslims of our country have that first right. This is that same thought. And this is the same thought that has happened. What Rajnath Singh has drawn and the example that he has given is the example of
raised by the Congress party. Manikam Tagore, go ahead. Respond to what Siddharth Yadav is saying.
This is the WhatsApp world they live in. They had made the defense minister to speak the WhatsApp world. WhatsApp University of BJP, the IT wing of BJP spreads lies as if it is true, and they will keep on speaking these words. My BJP friend was speaking about it. Rajnath Ji also has made that mistake. There is zero truth in it, zero evidence to it, zero documentation, zero any kind of letters or any kind of selected works or cabinet papers or home ministry files. Nothing is there. Just out of blue moon, they takes 2 lines of some writer who writes a book, which is who has linkages to right-wing thinking, and says the thing that has happened, and as if they are the BJP friends believes that Pandit Nehru, who believed that India, the way when India got independence, the state of affairs of India was so we were in so poor and we were not. He was of the opinion that spending money for churches, temples, masjid is not right from the government money. It should be from the people. If the believers believes means they should only collect it and do it.
Right.
And government money should go to building IITs, IIMs, AIMS, and other schools, dams. This is the concept of his way of seeing India's development. He dreamt of a modern India. He worked for that India, and people believed him that he is really working for it. RSS and Hindu Mahasabha always had grievances with him because he after the partition also, he was able to explain to the masses that this decisive politics is not allowed.
Making a very important point. I want to ask you a specific question. Even if we look at the macro picture of what probably Rajnath Singh was hinting at, is it fair to judge post-independence leaders in today's political landscape? Because this is 49-50 we're talking about. Tensions were high. Partition had just happened. Is it fair to blame Jawaharlal Nehru for being apprehensive about communal tensions going up in the state of Uttar Pradesh?
No, Vasudha, the question is not about that. Definitely, all of us know what the situations were, and all of us know that after independence, what was the scenario of the country. But we also know what was the policy of the Nehruvian secularism that was imposed on this country without anybody demanding for that. What were the policies of the then Prime Minister? How can it be, and why should not it be called out that the Prime Minister was always against a certain community to show himself larger than life, or showing himself a false secular image? What is truly secular is what happened with Somnath temple. What is truly secular is how is the Ram temple in Ayodhya being built, because the people coming forward and contributing to build temples was the true nature of secularism. If it is being alleged and accused, and which is corroborated with over the years of what Congress party has done and how they have felt for certain community in this country, then I think questions have to be answered. Salman Khurshid was the one who said that Hindutva is worse than ISIS and Boko Haram. He drew those comparisons. So, we have seen Congress leaders coming out and appeasing terrorists and calling Hafiz Sahab. So we have seen all of that. And where does all of that come? Because this was not the Congress party before independence. This was the Nehru style of politics in the Congress party, which chose appeasement over development, which chose that we have to work only in one direction so that certain kind of vote bank can be developed for the Congress party.
So Siddharth Yadav, as you're breaking that point, I want to get a little above this political slugfest. Manikam Tagore and Siddharth Yadav, first to Manikam Tagore. The question of historical figures being judged by what they've said or what they've done from a present political context, and then accusing them, whether it is from the RSS, whether it is from Nehru, whether it is Periyar, whether it is any of the historic figures, is that the real core issue? The present day politics resulting in distortion of history and the present day politically vitiated atmosphere resulting in historical figures and facts getting lost.
Absolutely. And Veera, Manikam Tagore, this is also for the Congress party, because you keep citing Golwalkar and you say that the RSS today still believes in what Golwalkar said, although I believe it's a new Congress now, it's a new RSS, it's a new BJP. Please go on.
Thank you. It's very clear that what Golwalkar says, what Nehru said, if they are wrote in files, if they are written books, that can be debated. But like P.V. Chopra's stories of writing, he's a pro-RSS man who writes a book in 98, and that is being quoted as truth now. And the WhatsApp University is being spreading that kind of things. Truth cannot be manufactured out of it, and they turn to a different kind of storytelling. This problem with is that if there is a document evidence, then we debate about the document evidence. We are not saying that Golwalkar worked against India. We are not at all saying. Golwalkar thought for a different way of India. RSS was preaching a different way of India. But Nehru was preaching a different way of India. The problem lies there. People supported Nehru's vision in that time and continue to support that vision for a long time after Indira Gandhi also. Therefore, we need to understand that we are not telling lies. We are not manufacturing lies to be like the way our WhatsApp University is making. In the WhatsApp University, and to the level of Rajnath Singh ji, my saddest part is that in the morning when I saw that thing, when I have to pick that thing, because Rajnath Singh ji, like people mentioning this kind of WhatsApp university stories, is painful, because he's one of those senior most politicians in the parliament. He has been in the cabinet of Mr. Vajpayee. He has been in this ministry with Mr. Modi, but he is speaking to that level.
Manikam Tagore, I think, Vasudha, the question Manikam Tagore and the Congress is raising from Siddharth Yadav is, what's the documentary evidence for the claim you're making in parliament? Give us that documentary evidence and show us that letter, and we'll concede to it.
Siddharth Yadav.
No, first of all, this has not been made in the parliament. This has been made in an event, celebrating Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. It has been written in books. It has been reported. If the Congress party, wants to refute the books which were written 3 decades back, then the Congress party is most welcome to. But you must come out. If the defense minister has quoted a book or has, taken such references today of something which was written decades back, then you don't attack the defense minister today. Attack the writers. That's my point number 1. Point number 2, the kind of secularism and the kind of pseudo-secularism that Nehru had, and to which my learned friend from the Congress party was referring, all of us know that. The country has paid for years and years because of that. What was the policy for Article 370 and how much we have paid as a country for that? All of us know. What was the kind of amendments that were made in 1955 in the Waqf Act? All of us have paid for years. It took us what? It took us 70 years to do away with them. To do away with that appeasement politics that Nehru had brought in. So today suddenly you want to tell us that no, he was it was a great visionary and such comments should not come. I think if history is being quoted.
Manikam Tagore, respond to that. Yeah, just 10 seconds.
No, my friend, again going to the WhatsApp university arguments of the BJP. I'm pointed towards only one thing. We are discussing about Rajnath Singh's statement. Rajnath Singh saying that Nehru wanted to fund Babri Masjid in Ayodhya, which is a lie. Who has created this lie? This lie has been created by R.N. Chopra. The book the BJP is circulating now. I suppose my friend, BJP friend, has not got that book. They will send it to you. And Sudhanshu has sent it to me in Parliament also. That book, you see it. Who is R.N. Chopra? R.N. Chopra in 98, in Murali Manohar Joshi's time, he was made as in ICCR, he was made as a member, and he wrote a book. It's a pro-RSS person writing a narrative setting story, and that is the defense ministry is quoting now today, which is completely unacceptable, complete lie by the defense minister. We are speaking about this part only.
Yes,
I am not at all speaking about 370.
Right, this is a debate that will go on for days, but
speak to this truth.
Right, Veera, but the dispute, I think, is not over what Nehru said or Patel did in 1949, but it's about who really controls the narrative of India's beginnings, and what the country needs now, and I think Siddharth would also agree, is that an appetite for a more honest, evidence-led engagement with its own past.
That's right, Vasudha. Thanks to both Manikam Tagore and Siddharth for joining us. But coming now to today's political controversies, and this one in Kerala, Vasudha, news breaking on the case of Kerala's absconding Congress MLA Rahul Mamkutathil. A strong message from Congress's own spokesperson from Kerala, Shama Mohammed. She has sought the sacking of Rahul Mamkutathil from the party, Vasudha.
That's right. Rahul Mamkutathil, accused by several women of sexual harassment, even rape. Now, Shama Mohammed has come forward and she has demanded his sacking. But remember that Congress party has already expelled him. He's under suspension from primary membership of the party. He continues to be an MLA though, and that's for him to resign. She has asked for High Command to sack Mamkutathil.
What's the reason, Dr. Shama, if I would ask you, why are you demanding that he should be expelled?
First and foremost, let's take the history of what happened. There was a complaint against him, multiple complaints came against him regarding women and what he has done with them. So the Congress party, being the Congress party, suspended him from the party. He's a sitting MLA. And the other thing which we did is he was the Youth Congress president. We removed him from that position without an FIR. Let's not forget that Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, member of parliament of the Bharatiya Janata Party, had an FIR. No action by the police. worst, no action by the Prime Minister of India. He was quiet. He never spoke a word. The man was not removed as an MP or suspended from the party, Brij Bhushan. Whereas here we have already taken action. Now recently, a lady has come and filed an FIR, and then on top of that, another complaint came, which came to our KPCC president. So the president of the party got the complaint in Kerala. He passed on the complaint to the DGP. Again, some more women, some more pregnancies, some more complaints. So I believe now, and the party has said that we will take stern action.
Right, that was Shama Mohammed there, Vasudha, sending out a message. Obviously, there are wheels within the Congress in terms of the different factions within the party. There are sections which are supporting Rahul Mamkutatil. There are sections which have been questioning, but there has been a larger question that's happened, Vasudha, in terms of the gravity of the allegations against him and the fact that this is a sitting Congress MLA who's been absconding now for 7 days. So it may not be very good for the party's optics in a state where it's heading into local body elections, Vasudha. It's important to look at.
That's right, and it's quite heartening to see a woman from the same state, a woman politician, coming out and speaking of strong action against a man like this. Moving on to other stories now. Contempt by Tamil Nadu government over Deepam lighting at Tiruparankundram. In fact, the court has said that no lighting of lamp can take place on the pillar court. It has directed lighting only at the usual spot. Veera.
That's right, Vasudha. The state government has now, the state government had refused to follow by the court order, according to some, because they had challenged it in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court. There is a dargah on top of that hill. The court had said that the lamp could be lit in the pillar right next to that dargah. But the government did not allow that. But of course, the court has now asked the petitioner to go and light the lamp with support of the CISF, according to what I understand. I think our correspondent Vijay, who's following the story, has sent out this report. All right, we'll try and get that more details on that case. Remember, it's a legal case which will play out in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court as well. Multiple sensitivities there, Vasudha. We're careful at reporting that.
Lamp on pillar, besides other places, for more than 100 years, the lamp was lit at a lower level near another temple, is what we understand. We'll keep tracking that story and we'll keep getting you more details. It's time for a short break. More news and updates on the
pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV. They have inspired us. They have redefined what's possible. They have shown how ideas spark inspiration and create impact. NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. Ideas, inspiration, impact. Coming soon.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
सैल्यूट है जी। आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं
और आप
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सैल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर, अपार देश का तार।
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए। Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Arun, NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's bare.
Welcome back. Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister and Janasena leader Pawan Kalyan's remark that Konasima's decline may be due to the evil eye of people from Telangana has now escalated into a full-blown political storm across Telugu states. Konasima is a part of Andhra Pradesh, and Veera will explain to us what it actually means. Telangana ministers and MLAs have now condemned the comment by the Deputy Chief Minister. They've called it insulting, with Minister Venkat Reddy specifically demanding a public apology and even threatening to ban Pawan Kalyan's films in the state of Telangana.
I don't want to get into explaining what the evil eye means, Vasudha, but the criticism is not just across state lines. Leaders within Telangana argue that Pawan Kalyan's use of superstition is unbecoming of a senior elected official. The Janasena, of course, explaining and categorically putting out the facts in that case that's being taken up into a political controversy in Telangana. Multiple political dimensions at play, but let's just listen in to the reactions before we head to our face-off between the JSP spokesperson and a Telangana Congress spokesperson.
రాష్ట్రం విడిపోవడానికి కూడా కారణం గోదావరి జిల్లాలో పచ్చదనమే. ఆ శాపం తగిలేసినట్టుంది. ఈరోజు గోదావరి జిల్లాలో మొత్తం కొబ్బరి చెట్లతోటి తెలంగాణ నాయకులంతా అంటారు కొబ్బరి చెట్లతో చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంటుంది, మీరు ఏమంటుందని పచ్చదనంతో చాలా బాగుంటుందండి. ఈరోజు కొబ్బరి చెట్లకు ముండలు కూడా లేవు, అంత దిష్టి తగిలింది కోనసీమకి.
అక్కడెక్కడో చెట్లు ఎండిపోతే మమ్మల్ని దృష్టి కలిగిందని నిందిస్తే ఇది తెలంగాణ పౌరులకు అవమానం. వెంటనే ఉపసంహరించుకోవాలి, క్షమాపణ కోరాలి. భవిష్యత్తులో ఇటువంటి వివక్షపూరిత మాటలు మాట్లాడద్దు, విజ్ఞతగా వ్యవహరించు. ఉప ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయినా ఇంకా సినిమా నటుడు కాదు, కొంత బాధ్యతగా మాట్లాడు నేర్చుకోవాలని చెప్పి నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా కోరుతా ఉన్నా.
Well, joining us this evening, Ram Mohan Reddy of the Congress party and also Ajay Kumar Vemulapatti national media spokesperson of the Janasena. Mr. Ajay Kumar, my first question to you, is it time to douse that controversy by saying, look, if we've offended with any remark, we're sorry about it, let's let it pass?
So you're on mute.
Ajay Kumar, your audio is on mute. Can you please unmute yourself, sir?
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Sorry,
Good
go
evening.
ahead.
I would like to start this thing by saying that our leader, Mr. Pawan Kalyan's remarks have been grossly misrepresented. They are twisted out of the context. Please listen to the flow. We are talking of 30 seconds of a 1 hour, 20-minute conversation he had with the farmers of Konasima, the area which is one of the best areas of Andhra Pradesh, where today the coconut trees have started rotting. So while he spoke about the reasons for that and why it had happened, and it was not a one-day issue, he mentioned that one of the reasons, I am translating whatever he said in English to for your benefit. One of the reasons for the division of the state was the richness and the greenness of the Konasima and the Godavari belt. Leaders from Telangana used to say that, oh, your Konasima is such a beautiful area, it has got so much greenery. Look at it now. Look at the coconut trees, they have gone. And he said, probably some evil eye has fallen. There is no connection between his statement that leaders of Telangana appreciated or enjoyed the greenery of Konasima to later on saying that there's evil eye. Let me again tell you, the customs in Andhra, okay, everybody, whenever they see somebody not looking good, they use the word, oh, meeku dishti tagilindi. Everybody knows that.
So that's
they
across
say,
India. It's just that should a deputy chief minister use a statement like this? Although, even if it's an off-the-cuff remark, Sama Ram Mohan Reddy, do you think that it's okay to use boycott of films as political retaliation? Because you can always, counter this with words.
Yeah, good evening, Vasudha and Veer. Had it been the intention of the Deputy Chief Minister, Pawan Kalyan, like the statement what is been told by Mr. Ajay, the spokesperson of Janasena, there shouldn't be any problem. But personality sitting in a position of Deputy Chief Minister, that to a stardom, using, before making statement, he need to be very cautious. Because personality at that stature, people will take it like, things get in a different way. Though he, after watching the video several times, even I thought it like, though it doesn't sound like a deliberate attempt to belittle the image of Telangana or referring to the Telangana. But the interpretation always matter. The interpretation always matters.
No, Ram Mohan Reddy, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. While you agree that it's just could be an off-the-cuff remark, the reason why the Congress is making such a big issue of it is because you want to distract from real issues. Is the accusation made? Accusations of corruption, etc. You want to distract attention, and you're turning this into an issue.
Is there any breaking news running in Telangana? Is there any breaking news? In fact, we are working on vision document.
BRS is making corruption allegations.
Telangana Rising Vision document, and on 13th there is a football match between our Honorable Chief Minister and Messi. There are so much positive news going on in Telangana. So Ram
Reddy, even more a reason. In fact, Rajnath Reddy, the Chief Minister, was in the Parliament today. I met him, and he's so enthusiastic about the global summit that's going to take place. He met the Prime Minister. So this is more of a reason not to rake up these matters, isn't it? Ajay, how would you respond to Ram Mohan Reddy's comment that
I would like to thank Ram Mohan Reddy for being honest, for saying that he went through the video several times and he doesn't seem to be, something demeaning anyone, which is true. What is actually happening is, it was not the Congress which started this. It was some ex-minister of the BRS who spoke out of turn. And I think this is all to do with the local body elections that are going to come. See, that particular party has this habit of raking up regionalism every time there's an election. They thrive on that. So wherever there's a chance, they try to rake up this issue, and they unnecessarily brought this issue and said, he spoke out of turn. And after that, it has been a game of one-upmanship. Oh, if BRS said this is what the Congress will say. And let me also tell you this. This is not just between BRS and Congress. It's also politics in play within the Congress party. Komatreddy Venkat Reddy trying to embarrass Revant Reddy, trying to push him into a corner. All this, you have to read. There's nothing to do with
Ramon
Mr. Pawan
Reddy,
Kalyan.
is this a game of political upmanship within the Congress party?
No, I don't give room to Ajay Kumar to get into our internal political system in the state. So, but what I would like to highlight is that, see, if the intention of Pawan Kalyan is very clear, okay, then he should use the opportunity to address about Telangana, that how much respect he carries towards it before coming to the media for the next time. Okay. So whenever he come before media for the next time, he should say that how much love and affection he carries towards Telangana. That will clear all the ambiguity, or for that reason any disturbances, because this would lead to a differences between the state people. Because see, we don't want to give...
add, Ramon Reddy, that Ajay Kumar is looking at you with a very loving and affectionate eye. Possibly that's the eye that he is looking at Telangana with.
We'll love to see
Ajay
even
Kumar,
Pawan Kalyan do the same.
Yes.
We'll love to see even Pawan Kalyan do the same.
Let me just draw the attention.
One more thing. We see. 1 minute, Ajay Garu, please. We believe that Pawan Kalyan Garu always carries huge respect towards Telangana, because whenever he got opportunity to address about Telangana, he admired our governance, he admired our Revant Reddy Garu leadership. For that matter, he was the one who supported Hydra, which was a very big controversy, which ran so many debates in a panel as well, right?
Absolutely.
He was the first person to support it. See, it is not like when a matter which has created sparks.
You certainly don't want us to discuss the fallout of Hydra now. Ajay, would you like to respond to what you were saying? Yes.
See, I'll just like to add to what Ramon said. On the 12th Formation Day celebration of our party in Pittapuram in March, he spoke about Telangana giving a rebirth to him. He said Janasena party was founded in Telangana. He quoted the late poet Dasaradi saying, "Na Telangana, Koti Ratanala Veena. I bow my head to Telangana." That is what he said. He spoke of Gaddar. He spoke of the kind of affection he received. So he always speaks Telangana as his, something. He never in his unit.
I think Ajay Kumar, you warded off the evil eye, at least for the moment, from Ramon Reddy. Thanks very much to both of you for joining us here. We hope that this political exchange will be one based more on substance than on superstition. But Vasudha, now to what actor Ranveer Singh intended as a fun moment on the stage at the IFFI award ceremony in Goa that has snowballed into a controversy. On stage, Ranveer Singh imitated actor Rishabh Shetty being possessed by the goddess in the film Kantara. But the imitation didn't go well with some right-wing groups in Bangalore, which have now filed a complaint against the star for being derogatory about the goddess Chamunda Devi.
In the video at the IFFI Awards closing ceremony, Ranveer Singh, in his usual high-energy self, acted as if he was possessed and jokingly sought a part if Kantara 3 was being made. But while doing that, he referred to Rishabh Shetty being possessed by a female ghost. This has sparked a controversy. Ranveer Singh has even apologized for his utterances, but the controversy carries on. Here's the report.
Sometimes a moment of mimicry can ignite a controversy you never saw coming. It began at the 56th International Film Festival in Goa. Bright lights, camera rolling, stars seated, and Ranveer Singh in full Ranveer mode.
Anybody here want to see me in Kantara 3? Tell this guy.
In an attempt to bring humor, energy, and of course, that trademark flamboyance, he recreated that iconic Daiva possession scene from Kantara. But what was meant to be a playful mimicry was received as a cultural mockery.
Especially when the female ghosts gets inside your body.
Within minutes, the viral video hit social media. So did the backlash. The gestures, the tone, and one line about a female ghost was enough for many to say Ranveer has crossed the line. Despite responding swiftly with an apology and a clarification, a formal complaint has been filed against the actor. For an actor who's always worn his emotions and costumes on his sleeves, this time the spotlight has turned harsh. Bureau Report, NDTV.
So, is a mountain being made of a molehill? Are we too sensitive to file criminal complaints for simple acts on stage? Is it curbing creativity, or should stars be more sensitive? Is it a sense of insensitivity to another culture and something that's extremely emotional, intense? Joining us this evening, Lata Srinivasan, consultant with NDTV who tracks Indian cinema very closely. Also with us, Girish Wankade, film trade analyst and also critic who observes Indian cinema closely. Lata Srinivasan, what's your verdict on this? Was Ranveer Singh on the wrong?
Good evening, Veera and Vasudha. I think he did cross the line because Kantara was a film which was made, based on the folk traditions, the Bhutakola tradition of the Tulu Nadu. And this was something that was known to everybody. And Rishabh has been talking about it right from Kantara 1. So I think, to go on stage and to make a mockery of Goddess Chamunda Devi, whose spirit goes through Rishabh, I think he did cross the line. It was bound to hurt the sentiments of people. In fact, reportedly, even Rishabh said, don't make fun like when he started doing this on stage. I do say that Ranveer tends to be, over the top. And I think he just went a little too far with this one.
Okay, Girish, how do you look at this, sir? Because I do have a firm view on this. I think these are performers, these are artists. Yet sensibilities have to be taken care of. But we can't force artists into self-censorship. This is clearly something that's controversial, but, can we be forcing artists to self-censor themselves?
Yes, there should be no censor on the artist, but artists should be very responsible because this is an act in the International Film Festival which has to be done with responsibility, and this is purely unintentional, but it is also irresponsible because you can't mock a successful film, and that too when you don't know the difference between a demon and a goddess. Still you are working on it. It means you are not done your homework. You are not sensitive enough to respect that. The same thing could have been done in a more respectful and more graceful tone rather than having mimic to it. If he wants to respect it, now he's apologizing and paying respect to it. But that should not be the case. He should have been more responsible, more articulate, and at such forum where the international press is there, international actors are there, you need to be more cautious, and that is what Ranveer Singh has.
Let me bring another dimension to this debate. While Vasudha, you say that you have a strong point of view, this is also about lack of knowledge about other cultures even within the Indian society. Now, Ranveer Singh does not understand the importance and the cultural implications of Kantara. Lata, does this expose that while, for instance, Lungi dance, there were many people who came and argued that it was actually derogatory to the South Indian psyche. So this pretty much reveals that while Indian cinema, while your southern movies may make it across the Indian box office and northern movies could come into the south, we still completely at a loss when it comes to certain sensitivities, and there is a lack of understanding both in terms of knowledge and in terms of appreciation of each other's cultural and religious sensitivities.
Agree with you, Veera, because I don't think, the Hindi film industry is very knowledgeable in what encompasses South cinema or, even the regional differences when it comes to within a particular state, especially with regard to religion and spirituality and so on, right? And what happens is because there is no understanding, they tend to, border on the comical side. They tend to make fun of things which are very... offensive. For instance, eating idli with tair or whatever. There was a scene in a Shah Rukh Khan film, I think. There was a lot of backlash because the thing is, they always make fun of South people as Madrasis without trying to understand. Whereas I don't think the reverse is so much true.
Right.
The question then comes, would this ever have happened with a film like the Ramayana, for instance?
Right.
Would an actor have gone up on stage and made a mockery of some scene from Ramayana? It would never have happened. So I definitely think
that's a very valid point. Girish, would you like to add on to that? Because this is one thing I didn't think about. Yes, I see this as irresponsible, but asking for criminal action against Ranveer Singh for something like that, is that fair?
Oh, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
That's a little too much, Vasudha. All I'm trying to say is that while we have remakes of films making big in other places, there's still no understanding of sensitivities, and the cultural sensitivities inside India are very, very different. Girish?
Yes, of course, this is taking it too much. It should not be a criminal case. Obviously, it was unintentional. It was irresponsible, without any homework, without any study. Of course, he should be talked about it. It should be discussed, and he should obviously taken a stricter, he should be told by somebody, say film unit. That's or film bodies are there.
Perhaps a need for education more than criminal action, Vasudha. I guess that's perhaps the most important aspect, that we all need to educate each other of our own Indian culture when we speak or mock or narrate about it.
Absolutely, and I hope it's a learning experience for Ranveer Singh as well. Clearly an irresponsible gesture, but asking for criminal action, definitely too much. With that, it's time for a short break, Veera.
That's right. News and updates continue right here on NDTV. Thanks for watching.
World leaders, one crucial meet. Putin says Namaste India. The bonhomie, the Big Bang deals.
भारत और रूस हमेशा कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर चले.
Strategic shifts and the global impact. NDTV tracks the high-stakes handshake. Modi-Putin summit on NDTV 24/7.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
Front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindhu,
so many attacks,
the chaos and cries of disaster zones, to fighter jet cockpits, and the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break, live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV. They have inspired us. They have redefined what's possible. They have shown how ideas spark inspiration and create impact. NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. Ideas, inspiration, impact. Coming soon.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
सैल्यूट है जी, आप देश की रक्षा में जान लगा देते हैं
और आप
घर घर में तार लगाते हैं जी। ई बीम टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी, न जले न पिघले, सबकी रक्षा करे।
हम सरहद पर लोगों की रक्षा करते हैं और आप देश के अंदर। सैल्यूट तो बनता है जी।
अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर, अपार देश का तार।
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए। Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do. And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
Two world leaders. Good evening and welcome, viewer. You're on India Matters on Wednesday night. I'm Shiv Arur. As always, let's get you straight to the top stories I'm tracking tonight at 8. India's largest airline, Indigo, is facing one of its most severe operational breakdowns in recent years, with over 200 flight delays and cancellations across the country, triggering widespread disruptions for domestic travelers. There are incredible crowd scenes in airports in different parts of the country. The Indian rupee has fallen sharply, slipping past the crucial 90 per dollar level for the first time ever. Congress leader Ragini Nayak has shared an AI-generated video of Prime Minister Modi selling tea, sparking a major political fight ahead of the big debates this winter session. It is once again a reminder that the Congress is the BJP's greatest gift. Russian President Vladimir Putin lands in India at 6 p.m. tomorrow to meet Prime Minister Modi for dinner in Delhi. The key focus is expected to be next-generation defense systems, the economy and trade. Amidst the Chief Minister chair tussle in Karnataka, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar lands in Delhi ostensibly to attend a wedding, but NDTV's Deepak Bopana was also on that flight and had an exclusive word with him. We'll get you that report as well. Star India batter Virat Kohli scored back-to-back centuries against South Africa, silencing the selectors and his very prominent critics. You know who I'm talking about. And finally, a complaint has been filed against actor Ranveer Singh for mimicking the Daiva scene from Rishabh Shetty's Kantara Chapter 1. That's become a police complaint against the superstar actor now. But on the show tonight, the gift that keeps on giving, the Congress party, unable to leash its most prominent faces, has once again handed the narrative and ammunition back to the BJP at a time when it should be pinning down the Modi government on issues like pollution and so much else. When will the Congress wake up and smell the chai? A very, very important Congress insider speaks to me live tonight on my show. And also, let's remind everyone that politicians do not care about our lungs because pollution is not an election issue. Zero priority to beat pollution. I'm going to show you some very, very troubling statistics about pollution in the northern part of the country. So if you're not disturbed already, be prepared to do so. The government ought to be pinned down on the issue of North India's genocidal pollution levels right now. And I will be doing my bit tonight in just a bit. But I'm forced once again, viewer, tonight to hold up a mirror to India's principal opposition party, the Congress, because the reflection has reached a new level of cringe. Instead of putting all of its muscle behind the issue of pollution, like NDTV has relentlessly been doing, look at what the Congress has decided to serve India today through some of its most prominent faces. Renuka Chaudhary stands outside Parliament and does a literal bhav-bhav at a media, fully aware that she is going to be a media magnet and make primetime headlines like she is today. Ragini Nayak circulates that obnoxious AI-generated video of Prime Minister Modi as a chaiwala, fully aware that nobody will speak of anything else. And here we are. But it's not as simple as that. Let's get one thing absolutely straight tonight, viewer. The Congress is as responsible for Modi's rise as Modi's own popularity and politics. Every single time the Congress has taken the juvenile route of insults and cheap personal mockery, you can see the fine legacy that Ragini Nayak is following. It has either gifted the BJP ammunition or handed it a distraction to escape pressure of more pressing issues like pollution and electoral reforms. The party has learnt nothing, absolutely nothing, and this is a party that enjoys 20% of the national vote. You can accuse me of focusing on this instead of the latest lofty cause that has caught Rahul Gandhi's fancy, that Rahul Gandhi has suddenly discovered, whatever is the flavor of the season for him. But facts are facts, and you know I'm right, viewer. Instead of taking its role as the preeminent opposition with seriousness and discipline, the Rahul Congress is busy giving the BJP a platter of escape routes. Cheap dog jokes outside Parliament at a time when the Delhi is breathing genocidal levels of pollution, as am I today. AI memes while North India chokes under a toxic cloud. Why is the Congress not forcing a seismic debate on pollution in the House? Why are they not joining young protesters outside at India Gate or Jantar Mantar and making this the biggest priority national issue? Is there a bigger issue right now for millions of citizens struggling to breathe in this country? Or is it just happy? Is the Congress just happy pointing at the media as it always does? While hard-working Congress karyakartas watch loss after loss destroy party morale across the country, the High Command and its courtiers, its darbar, appear to think politics is a stand-up comedy routine. Even Rahul Gandhi, look at him, is seen indulging this puerile dog humor as if he doesn't have more pressing things to do, not least perceptions of him as a non-serious neta. These cringy self-goals I've just described are not just immature, they are a betrayal of India's oldest party's own cadre and ideals. The Congress can blame the media, they can blame me, they can blame anchors, they can blame the BJP, all they want, but the truth stares the country in the face. A party that once claimed the mantle of national leadership now looks like it has abandoned all seriousness, and India is paying the price for an opposition that simply refuses to grow up.
ड्रामा करने के लिए जगह बहुत होती है, जिसको करना है करते रहें. यहाँ ड्रामा नहीं, डिलीवरी होनी चाहिए.
The Prime Minister's warning to the opposition against drama.
संसद में प्रिविलेज मोशन लाने की तैयारी कर रही है बीजेपी, क्या कहेंगे आप? क्या
और क्या बोलें? And the Congress MP's theatrics. Former Union Minister Renuka Chaudhary, who made headlines for bringing a dog to Parliament and then taking pot shots at the government.
जानवर को पसंद नहीं करते है ना सरकार, गूंगा जानवर गाड़ी में चले गए तो इनको क्या तकलीफ है? काटने वाला कुत्ता दिखा क्या? इतनी सी तो है, काटने वाले और है पार्लियामेंट में, कुत्ते नहीं.
Chaudhary remained defiant on Wednesday morning and said she's violated no rule and doesn't care about any action taken against her, literally making a barking sound as she gave a bite. As the ruling side upped the ante on Renuka's antics.
देश की पूरी संसद को के सांसदों को काटने वाला कहना और काटने का संदर्भ कुत्ते के साथ जोड़कर कहना, यह दर्शाता है कि पूरी संसद की गरिमा को ध्वस्त करना कांग्रेस का एक विधिवत सुविचारित अभियान हो गया है.
She got support from Rahul Gandhi.
क्या कर दिया बेचारे कुत्ते ने? यहाँ आया था क्या?
हाँ सर, यही है.
अलाउड नहीं है क्या?
ऐसा कोई रूल बुक में नहीं है, बट
पेट अलाउड नहीं है. पेट अलाउड नहीं है, पेट अंदर अलाउड है.
The same statement. If it's inside the car, it's allowed.
Dogs are not allowed. Is that what?
The BJP leaders have threatened to bring a privilege motion against Renuka Chaudhary over what they allege is an insult to Parliament.
प्रिविलेज मोशन आपके खिलाफ लाने की तैयारी की जा रही है, इस पर क्या कहना चाहिए?
जब आएगी देखा जाएगा, ऐसी क्या परेशानी है?
कोई जवाब उनके लिए?
जब आएगा ना मैं मुंह तोड़ जवाब दूंगी.
Theatrics aside, Renuka's dog stunt and then the bark have clearly given the BJP a lot of teeth to bite the Congress with. An NDTV bureau report.
Chaiwala, mentioned in 2014 by Manishankar Iyer, becoming a massive, resonant, viral issue that the BJP took to the masses to talk about how arrogant and classist and sneering the Congress was. And now we have Ragini Nayak, one among the new generation of younger spokespersons of the same Congress party, repeating the whole Chaiwala metaphor, even if that word itself was not actually used at that time, to keep that entire metaphor alive. Which means that the Congress party, from 2014 to 2025, 11 years have passed, and they are still calling Modi a Chaiwala and expecting that it will win them brownie points or votes or some kind of social media traction. It is truly pitiful, but there are few better persons to talk about this incredible deterioration in the entire narrative than the person I'm going to get live. But just in case you needed reminding, I want to just play out for you the great legacy of Manishankar Iyer that Ragini Nayak is now following. Just look at this in case you've forgotten.
मैं आपको वायदा करता हूं कि इस 21वीं सदी में नरेंद्र मोदी कभी भी देश के प्रधानमंत्री नहीं बनेंगे. लेकिन यहां आकर चाय का वितरण करना चाहते हैं तो हम उनके लिए कुछ जगह बना रखते हैं.
आय चाहिए, चाय बोलो चाहिए. आय चाहिए, चाय बोलो चाहिए. आय चाहिए, चाय बोलो चाहिए.
And joining me live now, a person who doesn't appear very much in the media, and that is by choice, Jaiveer Shergill, Supreme Court lawyer, also spokesperson and member of the BJP. He joined the BJP from the Congress party in 2022. Jaiveer, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for your time here. I wanted to start it off. I wish I didn't have to talk about this topic because one had hoped that with the no shortage of serious issues to discuss, debate and set narrative on, Chaiwala wouldn't be one of them. What do you make of this, Jaiveer? Ragini Nayak, very much like you, a face of the party at this point of time. You once were in that same position as well, tweeting an AI-generated video talking about Chaiwala, making fun of the Prime Minister?
Shiv, thank you for having me on your show. First and foremost, if I put it very bluntly and straight, Congress अपना खुद का मुंह काला करवा रही है by digitally insulting and mocking Prime Minister of India. In reality, Congress is blackening its own face. Now, having spent a considerable time in the Congress party, let me tell you, you're running a ticker on your show. Congress unable to leash its netas. Let your viewers have no confusion. All the insults which are hurled at the Prime Minister has the blessings, the support of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. There is an open secret within the Congress party. The quickest way to earn brownie points with Mr. Rahul Gandhi is to give the filthiest of the abusers to to the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. Now, every insult which is hurled at PM Modi has a stamp of and reflection of frustration, desperation, and agitation. Frustration about consecutively losing elections, desperation to stay relevant, and agitation of India's rise as a global power under Prime Minister Modi. And it's a classic living example of the Hindi saying, "Virasat mein aapko gaddi mil sakti hai, buddhi nahi." Now, the prince, the entitled prince of Congress, cannot digest the fact that a tea seller has changed the takdeer and tasveer of India. Now, you made a very relevant remark on your show in the beginning. The harsh reality is 95 plus losses in elections has not taught Congress two basic things. Number one, Rahul Gandhi cannot be launched. Number two, the voter of India will not tolerate an insult to Prime Minister Modi. Now, you know, there's another Hindi saying, "Hum dushmani mein bhi ek sharafat rakhte hain." The politics of Congress has become so hollow that they cannot defeat Prime Minister Modi on the electoral turf, and now they have started resorting to insults as an agenda. What example are they setting? In fact, the AI video which they have launched today is a self-goal of the fact and an admission that Congress has miserably run out of ideas, failed to set an agenda. And my last comment, Shiv, you know, it's a disturbing fact as a youth of the nation on the tech aspect. On one hand, Prime Minister Modi on a daily basis is telling India how AI should be used constructively to build the future of the country. Congress is now setting an example for the youth and teaching them how AI can be misused and abused to spread fake narratives. This is very disturbing, and as they say, bad examples serve good warning signs. This is a good warning sign for the entire political class, for the youth, how politics should not be done and how AI should not be used.
You know, Jaiveer, you have more than a normal locus standi to say what you're saying today, because you have been in the position, you, like you said, have spent some years in the Congress party. But you make a very grave point here when you say that far from being, errant netas or netas who are being indisciplined, you're saying that this actually has the sanction of Rahul Gandhi. So I want to understand how that works. Are they simply doing it to impress him, or are they ordered to do things like this? What is the culture that enables someone like a Renuka Chaudhary to walk up to Parliament and say bhau bhau, bring her dog, provide all these distractions, Ragini Nayak to tweet this? How does it happen? Take us through that part.
Okay, on Miss Renuka Chaudhary, my upbringing, BJP's values and discipline doesn't allow me to say certain things. I only want to say that she needs help and we wish her a speedy recovery. As far as on the second aspect you spoke about, it's a combination of both things. In the Rahul National Congress, there is no space for civility, for engaging with your opponent in the political class in a civil manner. There are instructions which are given. Only those people, the leaders, who can, in a harshest of way and the filthiest of way and dirtiest of way and stoop to the lowest level, will rise within the Congress party. Because otherwise Rahul Gandhi will say, if you are civil, ke aap dar gaye, daro mat. Why are you not abusing the Prime Minister? Not abusing the Prime Minister is equated to fear, dar. The second combination is Mr. Rahul Gandhi's darbaris. The only currency to rise, to stay relevant in them is to, Google, search, target Prime Minister's mother, टारगेट क्या आपको? when Rahul Gandhi himself stands in the parliament and said देश का युवा आपकी पीठ पे डंडे मारेगा, you abuse the army, then you are leading the way. Rahul Gandhi is the bagpiper of this entire brigade. So if you see, I don't want to say much about anybody's political career. It's a scale. The harsher the abuse, the higher you rise. That is sadly the culture in the Congress party. And those who refuse to toe that line, those who hold their values, are self-respecting individuals, were shown the door way out, and we are very happy where we are.
You know, I know for a fact that someone like you, and you are young, Jaivir, and you had certain misgivings within the Congress party because you didn't agree with the line that was being taken on some issues, and you tried to address them constructively. I remember reporting about that as well. What happens to people in the Congress who try and tell the leadership that, boss, ye sab nahi chalega. You can't do this chaiwala business and bhau business and all these things. It is not going to help. There is a history and a track record of proof that this only damages the Congress party. What happens when someone raises an issue like that?
Game over. Your days in the Congress Darbar and the brigade are over. Then it is you are on your own. Any individual who will advise to raise constructive issues, to indulge in positive criticism, to speak about the nation, to speak about the issues of the nation, is shown the door. Or any self-respecting individual who raises a voice that there are red lines to be drawn when it comes to civility and addressing the institutions of this country, including the Prime Minister. They are labeled as RSS ke stooge. They are labeled that they dar gaye. They are labeled that as if those individuals have something to hide. That is the culture. For all those individuals who want to indulge in politics within the Lakshman Rekha of democracy, of parliamentary democracy, of parliamentary language, feel suffocated within the Congress party. There is a reason shift today. Lastly, numbers. More than 450 tagged leaders category have exited the Congress party. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi's reply standard, aap dar gaye, aap daud gaye. Why? Because they were raising positive issues.
Yeah. No, I remember many leaders who've exited. I'm not sure whether it applied in your case as well. You were all blamed of being close to the RSS, in touch with the RSS, etc. But my final question to you, Jaivir, is this. What about the cadres? What about the Congress cadres? The workers, the staffers who are actually on the ground? Aren't they upset, angry and frustrated seeing senior leaders and Rahul Gandhi doing this kind of thing and handing ammunition to the BJP on every single matter?
No, look, it is, as I say, it's their, if I am only saying it euphemistically and not in any sense, it's their monkey and their circus now. And the truth of the matter is, the grand old party, for all intents and purposes, the day is not far that will lose the status of a national party, number one. Number two, an entire generation, India needs a strong opposition. Prime Minister Modi himself says India needs a strong opposition. An entire generation's future is lost. They are disillusioned by Mr. Rahul Gandhi's cheap stunts. Then the last harsh reality is, Shiv, what they don't realize is, see, even if the Congress is reduced from 99 to 9 or 44 to 4, it does not make an inch of a difference to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's lifestyle. Yeah. It is that panchayat member, that MLA, whose future and generation is lost. This applies across the party. That is why you see Prime Minister Modi politically, electorally, and dedicatedly believes in serving the nation for the progress of this nation, to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of people who serve the nation. He does not take a day of rest. Now, sipping coffee in Colombia or chilling and relaxing in Panchmadi cannot shape the future of either your Karyakarta or the party you lead.
It is, I have to say, it is a tragic state of affairs that when there are so many pressing issues that can dominate the opposition's narrative, you have bhau and chaiwala AI memes. It's beyond tragic. But Jaivir, I thank you for taking the time. I know you don't do many appearances, so I appreciate speaking to you. It was good to have you, Jaivir. We'll have you back on the show very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the Congress's legacy of tasteless remarks, and this is not to say for a moment that the BJP doesn't indulge at the highest level in tasteless, and vulgar remarks as well, but there is a dynamic here. The Congress is aware that these remarks in the political discourse have only been self-goals and damaged them. The example that I took right now, 2014, Manishankar Iyer. Modi replied, he turned that insult into a matter of pride. He took it to the people. Many people say Manishankar Iyer in many ways set the narrative for 2014, even though he disagrees. In 2017, it was the Youth Congress. Modi replied, sold tea, not the nation. In 2025, Congress spokesperson Ragini Nayak has not learnt any lessons. She posts that obnoxious video of Modi selling tea. BJP has also done AI videos that are obnoxious, but in Ragini Nayak's case, it is like a surgical strike on the very issue that suits the BJP. Cheap tactics by the Congress, says the BJP in this particular case. Each and every one of them have boomeranged on the Congress party. 2015, Soot Poot Ki Sarkar. Rahul attacked the Prime Minister for being pro-corporate. The Prime Minister shot back, not afraid to stand with industrialists who are building a Naya Bharat. 2019, Chaukidar Chor Hai, massive flop. Rahul attacked the Prime Minister on the Rafale deal. Prime Minister's reply, it's Namdar versus Kamdar. BJP leaders added Chaukidar, Main Bhi Chaukidar to their social media handles. 2024, no Parivar attack. They said Modi doesn't have a family, thinking that will have some resonance. Lalu attacked the Prime Minister at an India Alliance rally. Prime Minister's response, 140 crore Indians are my Parivar. BJP leaders added Modi ka Parivar to their handles. So it is incredible that people like Renuka Chaudhary and Ragini Nayak and so many others, the list just goes on, despite having an incredible docket, a track record of proof that such things simply do not work, they only help the BJP, here they come to score brownie points, hoping that it will help them politically, or as Jaiveer just said, they do it only to impress the Raja of the Congress party. Radhika Khera, spokesperson of the BJP, also someone who used to be in the Congress earlier, is with me live. Radhika, welcome. Asad Abbas, political analyst, supports the Congress party. I am blacklisted by the Congress party still, so Congress spokespersons do not appear on my show, even though I would wager that I am fairer than most people out there. But this is incredible. Asad, I will start with you. Since I had a BJP spokesperson right before this, I'll start with you. What sense does any of this stuff make? You know, I as a journalist am sitting here and thinking, why hasn't the Congress party put all its muscle, all its brains, all its narrative, all its social media skills into raising the issue of pollution? I cannot breathe sitting here in Noida. And I'm wondering why the Congress party is tweeting these obnoxious AI videos calling Modi a chaiwala, when for 11 years they have known that saying chaiwala to Modi only helps him. Syed?
Firstly, Shiv, I think for the youth of this country and the world, in fact, when Modi ji visited London, there was a special tea which was being offered. When Modi ji cracked up, where the tea maker said, from one chaiwala to the other. The fact that the youth of the country and the world can take inspiration, it's indeed aspiring that a chaiwala in the world's biggest democracy can be a prime minister. Coming to Manishankar Iyer, he was shown the door by Rahul Gandhi ji. He was suspended from the party, and rightly so, for calling Honorable Prime Minister for his post and the person, calling him a neech aadmi. Also, now coming to Ragini Nayak, what she's done, I'd say, Shiv, going back in time, there was a concert video where Mamata Banerjee was morphed into, it was, I think, Kanye West concert. It was shown Mamata Banerjee dancing on stage, and she took great offense. Whereas when the same was done to Modi ji laughed about it. Yeah. I think Modi ji will only laugh about it. There is nothing serious about it. Ragini Nayak did not post the video. Let me in her defense say, she asked, who did this? Ye kisne kiya hai?
Come on,
that is what she asked.
Come on,
yes. No, just
it was not meant as an affectionate
30
tweet.
seconds now. Yeah, I will answer that. Now coming to Renuka Chaudhary, of course I do not agree with the bow, but she has raised some pertinent points. She says that people are dying of pollution. The booth level officers are, and the suicides, heart attacks, BP, and pressures on them. Their families are being destroyed. But we're not talking about it. The Sanchar Sati app, the labor laws, and so on and so forth. But where is everybody looking at? Everybody's rattled by the dog. The fact is, she loves animals and she protects. I love dogs and I will take them to my home. But the fact is, the Bharatiya Janata Party is targeting this. But now, 10 seconds. Let me quickly remind them, what did Modi ji himself say? 50 crore ki girlfriend, Jersey cow, hybrid bacha.
No, I said that right now. I said that now that there is no shot. No, 1 second. Let me explain something because people need to know this, Syed. Before I go to Radhika, I want to say something very clearly. The BJP has a long list of obnoxious, misogynistic, vulgar remarks that go right to the top. There is no doubt about it. But we don't live in an ideal world, bhai sahab. The Congress is not in power. They need to do things that try to get them back into power and appeal and capture the imagination of voters. By calling Modi a chaiwala, Ragini Nayak is not doing anything apart from impress Rahul Gandhi, and impressing Rahul Gandhi is not going to get you votes out there is the point. This is not a competition over who is more obnoxious. It's about who is going to be in power in the next government. Radhika, Jaivir from your party, just talked about how this is courtier culture. People are trying to be as abusive as possible to impress the Gandhis or Rahul Gandhi in particular. But how is this happening 11 years later? I'm just wondering, because you were in the Congress when you faced the devastating effects of this narrative completely backfiring on the party. I am unable to wrap my head around how this can still be happening, Radhika.
Good evening to everyone. And Shiv, what is happening today is not slip of tongue, not satire, not human. It's a pattern. And the offender is a serial one. Now, Ragini Nayak is not a first-time violator. She is a second-time offender, a repeated, habitual, serial abuser of political decency. Day after day, if you open her Twitter account, she tweets absolute venom against the Prime Minister. Day after day, she uses, sorry to use the word, gutter language, which is disguised as political critique. And day after day, the Congress leadership watches in silence. So it's not a one-time thing ki aaj wo video aa gaya. It's been happening for months at a stretch. Not once has she been reprimanded, not once has she been asked to apologize, and not once has she been suspended. But what actually happened was that she was rewarded. The same thing that we've been talking about and you also raised. She was elevated. She was given an organizational responsibility as the zonal head of finding more talented spokesperson. She's leading that entire talent hunt in a zone. Now, let's just stop pretending that this is one leader's mistake, whether it was, Manishankar Iyer said this, one leader said that. This is Congress's institutional approval of abuse. Now, when they come to the tea seller taunt, mocking the Prime Minister's journey from a tea stall to the highest constitutional office is not an insult to one man. It is an insult to every poor child, Shiv, who dreams of rising.
No, sure. Today, but I want to take up from that because I have limited time. Syed, who is going to be impressed or energized by this tweet by Ragini Nayak? I'm wondering that. Who is going to be impressed with this apart from, as Radhika says, the bosses inside the Congress?
Radhika ji mentioned a couple of things. Let me remind you, ma'am, that there are enough people in the BJP IT cell, enough people in your own party who do have a gutter mouth. The kind of expletives, the kind of words they use, not just Congress party, but including the likes of me. Now coming to the point of Ragini Nayak, let me tell you, let me also mention Renuka Chaudhary, Kiran Rijiju. You know what he called Ragini Nayak? He said, sorry, not Ragini Nayak, Renuka Chaudhary, he compared her laughter to Ravana's sister. He shared a meme on Twitter where he said she laughs like Suparnaka.
But I think you're absolutely wrong. Syed, you're mistaking my point. I am not making a moral argument here. I reject this whole gutter language narrative also. I don't care what anybody says. You guys are politicians, you have to win elections. If something does not win you elections and something only damages your party, why do you continue to do it? I don't care what the language is. I'm not sitting here in moral judgment, Radhika. That's my point. My point is, are you learning lessons or not? It's not about whose tweet is more obnoxious.
BJP is doing the same, Shiv. BJP is doing even better job at this.
Can I complete? See, I don't, the gentleman who's been speaking before me, if he wants to be an advocate for Ragini Nayak and for every word that the Congress has said against the Prime Minister, please, we need more people like you and go on like that. You are only ensuring that the people of India vote against you. Thank you. We want you to do that every day. The world should know that the man that you abuse every day, every single day, that same tea seller today runs the world's fastest growing major economy. The same tea seller today leads India at global summits, and the same tea seller is an inspiration to millions who don't come from privileged backgrounds like you people do. And it's unfortunate, I have been in the Congress party, and I'm saying this on your show. I did not interrupt over him. I'm saying this with utmost responsibility. Ragini Nayak, she basically, I'll tell you what is happening over here. This is an entire Congress environment that is happening, which is going crazy over X payouts these days. She has already sold her own leader in Goa for a mere 10,000 rupees. She is the same person who sold pictures. In Goa, she was suspended from the party for a period of 5 years because she took 10,000 rupees from students and the NSUI workers. कि मैं तुम्हारी राहुल गांधी के साथ फोटो खिंचाऊंगी. So that mindset comes from there, and yet she's a national spokesperson of the party. So that speaks for the party itself.
Look, I don't want
a person like her who was thrown away from the party for 6 years.
I don't want to.
She was suspended from the party for 6 years officially.
But Syed, you have to answer the specific point. Of course, I will listen to you, my friend. I will not interrupt you. But I'm only saying that this is not personal about Ragini or Renuka. This is about a culture within the Congress where such things are being rewarded. These are not errant netas who are being indisciplined. Radhika's point is that this is actually rewarded within the Congress party, despite it being a damaging phenomenon for the party.
Radhika ji, who is a senior spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, has made some serious allegations. Ma'am, I urge you to please come out with evidence and proof before you make such serious allegations against Ragini Nayak. I think you owe it to the country. And also, no, allow me to complete, ma'am. Allow me to complete.
Suspended from the party.
Radhika, let him complete. I'll come to you.
A well-known fact.
Hear me out, Radhika ji. I heard you patiently. The fact when you make such serious allegations, I think an honorable person like yourself should come out with proof, and evidence. Hit and go will not work, ma'am. Come out with the proof and evidence, or be ready to face a criminal defamation charge from Ragini Nayak.
I will wait for the notice.
Now also making
No, this is not personal against any person. Absolutely not.
I will also make a larger point here, Shiv. The fact of the matter here is, be it the Bharatiya Janata Party or be it even Modi ji, who's made statements like 50 crore ki girlfriend, who's made statements like hybrid bacha.
But it doesn't affect him electorally, sir. That's what my point is. Are you here to win moral prizes, or are you here to win elections?
BJP, I will tell you, agar BJP kare to pyar, Congress kare to war.
Sir, I have Syed, let me be very personal. I have used worse words in my public life than 50 crore ka girlfriend. I am no one to sit here in moral judgment, my friend. I am saying election jeetna hai bhai. When Modi or anybody else in the BJP uses an obnoxious word, we can sit in moral judgment and criticize the deterioration of the political discourse. But at the end of the day, the BJP keeps winning elections. The Congress keeps saying chaiwala despite it losing you elections and narrative. That is my point, Syed.
Congress won Karnataka, Congress won Telangana, and Congress is...
That was different. 3 states. Out of 85 elections, if you win 3, you're saying that something is working?
In the recently held Lok Sabha elections 2024, Congress's seats almost doubled up, whereas the BJP reduced by a good number.
Look what has happened since. Look what has happened since then.
200 पार हुआ है, Congress doubled its membership, और BJP का तो 300
But Syed, if you're using the Lok Sabha elections as an example of revival of the Congress, please look at what has happened in Haryana, Maharashtra, Delhi, and most recently in Bihar. The Congress is being obliterated. It's being obliterated, and you've got people saying bhau bhau and chaiwala. Radhika, that is what is most distressing, because one wants a strong opposition.
Let me also tell the gentleman here, in the last 10 years, 11 years, the Bharatiya Janata Party in MLA seats has gone from 1,364 to 1,642, whereas the Congress has gone from 821 MLAs to 650 MLAs today. And if he thinks that's a rise, well, kudos to you, go ahead. And also, I didn't speak over him. Please learn to control yourself. Shiv, then you can maybe debate.
No, wait, one second. Let her finish. I'll come to you. Syed, let her finish.
I would like to make this very clear on your show today, Shiv. I would request this gentleman to kindly, within the next 24 hours, send me a criminal defamation and tag you as well on this. And then I'll request you to call us again on the show once I've done that case. So instead of, first you get your facts correct about the party and then you come and question me. Now coming back to the Congress party, it is the idea of, if this is the idea of opposition, Shiv, if this is their political vocabulary and if this is their moral compass, how exactly do they claim of being an alternative government? We are going to form the government. We are going to run the nation. You cannot run the nation when you cannot even control your own netas. If this has gone against the ideas of Rahul Gandhi, if this is what Rahul Gandhi is, well, the dissent and desperation on public displays here, and the nation has been replying to them yet every single election. No, the country is watching very closely.
It is
every time you want to sit on that chair, yet every leader from your party disrespects that chair that you want to sit on. And it's time and again.
I am also constrained. I'm almost out of time. I'll give the last word to you, Syed, and if I have time, I'll go back to Radhika. But I'm also constrained to point out a certain contradiction. You said Manishankar Iyer was suspended from the party when he's brought up the Prime Minister's antecedents as a chaiwala in 2014, but nothing has happened to Ragini Nayak. So I am left wondering whether saying chaiwala in 2014 was not okay, but now Rahul Gandhi has made it okay and worthy of praise and promotion and protection. Is that the case?
Fair question. Absolutely fair question, Shiv. The action was taken against Mr. Manishankar Iyer, not only for chaiwala, because he addressed the Honorable Prime Minister of this country as a niche admi, which was absolutely wrong, highly shameful and condemnable, and he was suspended accordingly. Ragini Nayak, with respect to what happened with Manishankar, Ragini Nayak tweeted asking who did this. She did not post the video by herself.
Nobody's that innocent.
No, just 10 seconds, Shiv. Now Radhika ji has made some serious allegations against Ragini Nayak. She's not presented one proof or one evidence. Ma'am, now hear me out. Ragini Nayak ji, if you're watching the show, I really think you should take this up as a serious matter and not personal case against you.
Go and watch debates. Go watch other channels. I will not make them over here. I have said it to her on Twitter also. Go read my Twitter. It's an official fact that she was thrown away from Congress for selling Rahul Gandhi. And yet she's the national spokesperson that speaks for her.
You need to apologize to Ragini Nayak. Where is your proof? Where is your evidence?
I will not apologize to a woman who said
you don't have proof or evidence. You need to
Okay. I'm out of time.
Now.
Radhika and Syed, I'm out of time. This was not supposed to be personal about Ragini Nayak. She's the one who put out that message. It is between Radhika and Ragini. NDTV has nothing to do with those views. I just want to say that the fact that she put this out, the fact that the BJP has welcomed with open arms this ammunition and has been able to talk about other things instead of this. I started today's show by saying pollution is the #1 issue. And yet, what do we have? We have Bhau and chaiwala to talk about. It is humiliating. It is pitiful that the Congress party continues to do this. God knows who they are trying to impress, but that is the reality today. Syed Asad Abbas and Radhika Khera, thank you very much for being with me tonight on India Matters. Tomorrow around this time, Russian President Vladimir Putin lands here in India's capital. He is set to spend 24 hours here, viewer. Now, we've already reported all the big items on the agenda between him and Prime Minister Modi. But what's going to happen to Putin during those 24 hours in Delhi? Allow me to tell you. From the moment Putin's aircraft cuts through the brown-grey toxic lid over Delhi, he effectively lights his first invisible cigarette. Now, Putin is a non-smoker. He doesn't know it. He won't realize it. But that's exactly what he'll be doing. He will be lighting a cigarette. Because Delhi's AQI this week, Air Quality Index this week, has been sitting anywhere between 300 and 370. That's very poor to severe. Our PM 2.5 levels, that is particulate matter, have been hovering around 100 to 120 micrograms per cubic meter, sometimes double that at night. So as President Putin's motorcade travels across beautiful Lutyens, Delhi, Putin will be steadily inhaling what scientists bluntly describe as a toxic aerosol of fine particles, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, and even carbon monoxide. It'll get worse for the VIP visitor after sunset. In winter, Delhi's air at night turns from bad to brutal. PM 2.5 shoots up to 200 to 270 micrograms per cubic meter. The pollution layer simply collapses onto Delhi's surface. Every breath you take becomes heavier and a strain. The eyes burn, the throat scratches, the chest tightens. Even my chest is tightened right now. Putin is one of the healthiest world leaders. He's 73 years old and he keeps very, very fit. Like I said, he doesn't smoke. But he's 73 years old, which means oxygen absorption in the lungs will drop, inflammation will spike in the bloodstream, and Putin's cardiovascular system will briefly go into stress mode. Now, for a man his age, this is what doctors classify as high-risk exposure air. By the time the Russian president wakes up the next morning on Friday, he would have smoked the equivalent of 25 cigarettes just by being in Delhi for 24 hours. Now, as someone who espouses a healthy lifestyle, Putin cannot avoid the air of India's capital. Of course, he will have purifiers and luxury safeguards, but you get the drift. If 24 hours does this to a visiting head of state, imagine what 24 winters do to a Delhi citizen, thanks to the successive negligence of governments that have been in charge of this part of the country. Imagine what living 365 days here means for a newborn, an elderly parent, or an asthma patient. I have mild asthma myself, because just weeks ago, parts of Delhi's air reached 969 AQI, air that translated to the equivalent of 25 or more cigarettes in just one single day. I used to be a smoker. I quit in 2013. Today, I'm smoking 25 cigarettes a day without touching a cigarette. And a conservative 2024 study showed that simply living in Delhi for a year is like smoking nearly 1,800 cigarettes, 5 cigarettes every day at those pollution levels. Delhi has become a city where respiration itself is the risk factor. We worry about food quality, road safety, hospital access, but the danger that hits us first and hurts us longest, it is the very breath we take each morning. So tomorrow, as Putin's itinerary plays out, with pomp and red carpets, remember, this isn't a story just about Putin. This is a story about us. We live here. We breathe here. Our children grew up here. If 24 hours are enough to potentially damage a powerful guest, what does that say about the city that 34 million lungs call home? Let me show you some statistics. If you haven't been upset or troubled or frightened by some of the data that you've seen in the media and on social media, try this. Lung cancer is no longer a smoker's disease in North India. Delhi's doctors tell us that toxic air is driving up new cases exponentially. In 1998, for instance, 90% of lung cancer patients were all smokers. Now, up to 70% of lung cancer patients are actually non-smokers. They don't even need to smoke because they're breathing Delhi's air. Young Delhiites in their 20s are getting lung cancer. Some in their teens are getting lung cancer. Breathing in Delhi, like I said, is like smoking 25 cigarettes a day. The PM 2.5 levels can penetrate deep into your lungs. PM 2.5 triggers mutations that lead to the very lung cancer that I'm talking about. So what does this pollution do to your lungs? According to the International Journal of Health Sciences and Research, a study says 40% of Delhi residents have reduced lung function. I can confirm that I am among that 40%. Over 20 lakh children have shown sign of lung damage this season. Delhiites have a higher chance, exponentially higher chance of respiratory disease. 4 to 8 months in Delhi air leads to chronic lung inflammation. 1 year in Delhi air, reduced lung function. The WHO says air pollution is now the #1 carcinogen, so it's no surprise that we're looking at these cancer numbers. The WHO also says